Good evening, Coach. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Good evening, Charles.
Have you on the show. I'm sure each time experience at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Morocco, you'll be like, where did we get it wrong? Where did you and your team get it wrong?
Honestly, it's a whole world of experience for me. For the first time, I get bashed. Since I took over the job of Under-17, I've been wiping the people that they have World Cup. This time around, it's not funny at all, honestly. I remember my first entrance at the World Cup, how I was bashing people 4-0, 3-0, but this time around, I'm at the receiving end. It's a whole lot of experience, and honestly, it's a whole lot of experience for me and for the girls as well. Now, that's football for you. Football is with a curved road. It's never a straight road at all. So I've met it, I've experienced it. It's just for me to show in future what I've gained, what I've learned over time. Thank God of me when I started from Lagos, on the street of Lagos of Chinese Kids Cup. And it's not just a one-day something. So I think I have stepped to still move ahead. There are people ahead of me, I want to catch up with them. So the journey has just started.
Thank you, and I'm so proud of you. I always tell people when I see, I say, look at Coach Macaulay. He started with the Channels International Kids Cup. So we're part of your journey, and I'm proud of you. But you had a taste of your own men's team. You go to competition and you beat teams, and now you have that same experience. But let's talk about the mistakes, because you probably made some mistakes. The goalkeeper, for instance, that did so well during the qualifiers. Coach, you dropped some players, brought some that. Do you think that your team selection was part of the problem?
Not at all, not at all. One thing that I want everybody all over the world to understand is Under-17 is a developmental program. And let me just talk about that area very, very key, because I need to put the record straight and to people that don't understand what really happened. Since 2020, I took over the job of Under-17. Goalkeeping area is a very sensitive environment. Again, too, is a place where one man the post, you will not be able to change that person. And it's not good. That's why we don't see most of the Under-17 and most of the goalkeepers getting improved. We only be seeing only one goalkeeper all the time until we have to work on it. And that's what I stand to do. One, in 2020, we have Nelly. Nelly was my goalkeeper and was the captain of the team. And after that, I promoted her to Under-20, which she went to the World Cup with Under-20. And with the India team, I have Faith Minano. Faith Minano was the only one that kept qualifiers, kept clean sheets, and then went to the World Cup too. And I promoted her to Under-20. And she went with the team to Colombia to be part of the Under-20 World Cup. And then we have Ijoma, who went together to Dominican Republic. And then we went to Wafubi. She kept all the qualifier matches. She kept all the World Cup matches. She kept all the matches at the Wafubi. And we have other two goalkeepers there who have been deputizing for him. For her. For Kara now, those ones need to be developed. If those two goes away, if she goes away, who take over? And again, talking about that goalkeeper that kept at the World Cup, the one that kept the first two matches, I'm telling you, only God knows what went wrong. This is the goalkeeper. Most of the players that I selected, I picked them from the National Sport Festival that just ended, because I see that most of them are students, they are young coming, and we have to build the future. Because with them, I know that there's future for Nigerian football. So the goalkeeper kept 6 matches without conceding one single goal. 6 matches. If we talk about crowds, if you remember that match final of festival, crowd all over, both in and outside of Abeokuta Stadium. She stood by her will, and then she kept the game even towards the penalty situation. So it's a girl that has come over age, but unfortunately, things happen sometimes you might not understand. Even in coaching, sometimes you might be getting it wrong, of a point you might get it wrong, but you must fix it back. That is the point. They must fix it back. The girl is not a bad one, but we have to be a change. That must be developmental. That's the only one I want everybody to understand. That must be developed. There's another thing I can't say on the TV station now that people might not understand. I can't say it now. And that's what I'm trying to work out. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. And you have to start from somewhere. I carry the cross so that you must do it right. And if you check out all of those girls that are from secondary schools, most of them are picked from the principal stuff. Most of them now they've gone back to school. After we return back today, their school has come back to come and pick them. So let's do it right.
We'll come back. Ready. She's going to join the conversation. We'll come back to you, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go on this week. When we come back, Coach Bankole will tell us that thing that he doesn't want to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Hey. Welcome back to Sports Tonight, to the award-winning sports loving Channels Television. We have the coach of the national under-17 women team, the Flamingos coach, Bankole. Let's take the conversation to Lagos. Cecilia is standing by to
Coach, I mean, Austin asked you about the goalkeeper who actually kept all through the World Cup. But I think you didn't answer the question of the girl who was responsible for the qualifiers, the goalkeeper you used during the qualifiers where Nigeria had a very, very good run. I think that's what we're trying to understand, why you had to drop her and then you pick another one who was not part of the qualifiers to be your number one at the World Cup in Morocco.
Again, I said, and I will always lay emphasis on that, is developmental program. When you have a goalkeeper who have been to the World Cup, who have seen the experience, who has gone to WAFU, this West African tournament, who have gotten experience, and again, who has played qualifier matches, and who she's still most useful for the under 20. And we see the other two goalkeepers who are deputized for her all through. What will we be running through the mind of those two goalkeepers? Is it that they are not relevant? Is it that they don't know how to keep? Is it what? So being a father, I just have to think from that. How will I be giving money to one child, about pampering one child and giving the other one? How is it going to feel?
Yeah,
so they're going to feel dejected. Yeah, so I have to think of why that this one too needs to be developed. If I didn't develop her, nobody will be talking about her today.
Yeah, Coach, do you think you were being sentimental in that aspect? Because usually you want to stick with the players who were all through on the qualifiers and not drop them when the campaign is starting. Do you think we were being sentimental in terms of, picking?
My dear sister, there is more to that.
Okay.
There is more to that. Yes, because I find out that some of them, they are almost close to the age. And when I have the younger one that can develop, I'm talking about future of Nigerian football.
Okay.
And when those ones, they've been to World Cup, they play World Cup before. How will I be repeating again and again? And the other people need to be developed. Aside this one that I picked to the World Cup, there are still millions of them who are even still good that are outside there. They are looking for people to be able to bring them to the limelight. So these ones are one of the lucky ones. Okay. And the other ones, if you bring Nigeria together, you can select more than 3-4 teams that will still represent Nigeria. So why will I be repeating the same thing all the time? It's even very difficult for me to even add 2-3 other people that are still there. Because these ones, okay, look at Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn was part of the under 17 last year. She was dropped because she was a bit not up to that age. I think she was 14, 15 years or about 14 years. But today, look at her at the World Cup. She won the most valuable player in one of the match. And then she was one of the outstanding players because she took time to study some of these players. It's just unfortunate that some of those things happened. But you see, it's football. It's football. It's not only in Nigeria alone. Look at all of us that went to the World Cup. Look at the countries. But when it comes like this, when it was sweet, nobody is seeing these ones. But because I want to do it right, everybody is talking now. I would just want people to understand that we are developing this girl's child.
Okay.
And there are numbers of them. It cannot just be on only one person alone or only group of people alone. We have to spread it around, all around the country, wherever these girls' child are playing football. I'm the apostle of the girls' child to develop, and I have to work so that one of them have an equal right and have opportunity to the national team.
Yeah, interesting. I love that aspect you're taking, the fact that we no longer have to repeat players, just having fresh talent all throughout. Another question I'm going to ask you is, just recently at the AGM of the Nigerian Women's Premier League Football League, the Premiership, when they came up with the program for the year, and NFF had to read a kind of a riot act, or rather compliance, for clubs to comply with most of the things they talked about for us to have a viable league. And one of it happens to be clubs having under 17 and under 15, like a feeders team to the top flight. Do you think that will also help in developing the game at grassroots level?
Very, very well. If you follow me up, if you follow my program, thank God you are much part of me. When I was with Nigeria, when I joined Nigeria, I prepared the team. That 2022 squad you saw was built around that team that went to that World Cup. When I was recruiting, I recruited players from from the academies, from age of 13, 14 years. They were all around me playing.
Okay, I think network issue is actually there. It was going to, dwell more on how I was able to pick that team, that won a bronze medal in India. Remember when, the celebration was everywhere for Nigeria to get up to that stage. And the build-up it started with on the 13, on the 14 level. There was a build-up to that success. And that's actually what we want to see. So we're just hoping
the academy to fill up the gap. Maybe some of those players travel to abroad, or maybe they have to shift to another team. They don't need to be, transferring player, looking for big money to buy player. They can always look down to the pool of the player they have from under 17 and under 15 they have. So it's a good development. It's a welcome development. And that's greatly going to help the work at the national team, because I wish you've been on ground before. Some of them, when it comes to the national team, you have to start all over again. You have to start all over again. You have to start from the basics. And see, when they have been doing a lot of things from the academy, coming to national team will make it more easier for any coaches that want to recruit some of those players. So it's a welcome development, and it's going to come a long way to help the development of the game and then to balance up good football in Nigerian female league.
All right, Coach, I want to thank you very, very much for finding time to join us on the show tonight. But before we let you go quickly, what are the way forward to actually have a viable grassroots program really for the national teams?
I can't get you clear.
What are the ways we can have a viable grassroots program for the national teams?
Sorry, come again.
Coach, she was just Cecilia wants to know, what can we do to have a productive grassroots program for women's football in Nigeria?
Just as you said, going to Morocco, I saw a lot of things. You first of all talk about facilities. You cannot develop football without facilities. You can imagine sometimes teams have to line up. About 7 teams have to line up to train in one particular facility. What kind of development you want to get? How many minutes you want to use for your basics? But when there's enough facilities all around the country, that's number one. And then to encourage the guest child as well is another thing, because from this part of this world, sometimes still, even when we started for the boys, they look at it as for the dropouts, for the lazy ones. But now there's money in football. So again, they need to be encouraged, not only for the boys alone, but the guest child too. It's money. Either you go to school, either you go and learn work, either you are playing football, you want to make money. So they need to be well encouraged. But most importantly, they must have the equipment. And then the people that has what it takes in terms of finances should come out to come and sponsor. Because you cannot play this football without money. They need money, they need to get equipment, they need to get to get other things, and the enable environment for them to play football. There are a whole lot of things. But people that are involved, people that knows what it takes, need to come into the football, the female football, to come and join hand in developing the female football, both on the league and on the grassroots as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach Bankole, for your time on the show. We wish you all the best. Let's not give up on the team. The under-17 is very pivotal, it's vital, it's important for football development in Nigeria. So let's put together our lessons learned from Morocco and see ways we can, take it forward from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And one thing again, I want us to know, there is a difference between winning mentality and developing football. This is the one area that we don't separate. If you want to win, yes, you are developing. You have the mindset of winning. But when you are developing, you are asking for winning, then cook ways will come in. You want to cheat, a lot of things want to come in. So I don't want us to force us to start doing things in the wrong way. When you are developing, you are developing. You want to win, then you have to find a way to But notwithstanding that when you are developing, you cannot win. You can still win.
So, Coach, this angle you are taking this talk tonight, if I enter there with you, we are not going to end this show.
No failure.
So thank you so much for your time on the show. All the best. Cecilia.
Thank you. God bless you.